In this video, we'll cover TypeScript, loops, and arrays. So in TypeScript, we can make use of for loops. So I have this file here, loops.ts. I set up a for loop. I let I equal 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, and I can simply print out that value using console.log I. So we simply compile the code using TSC, and then we just run it using the node command. So node loops.js, running that JavaScript code. And then this will give us the desired output, just like you would expect in any other programming language. We can also use a for loop to loop over an array of numbers. All right, so what I'll do here is I'll declare an array. So this is an array for reviews, number, square brackets. So that's for array, and we can give it some initial values here. And then I'll simply set up a for loop, let I equal 0, I is less than reviews dot length, I plus plus. And then I simply print out that given review. So console.log reviews sub I. So that's how we kind of index into the given array. So then we simply compile and run the code, and all right, and so we get the desired output. Looks pretty good. And we can also use for loops and perform math operations. So in this example, I'll compute the average of the reviews. So here I let total number equal 0, and then I have for I equals 0, I is less than reviews.length, console log review sub I, and here I say total plus equal reviews sub I. So this is the same thing as saying total equals total plus reviews sub I. So I have the total of the reviews here, and then I can compute the average by saying average equals total divided by reviews.length. And then I simply display that output. And then this will give us the results here. So the review average equals 3.7. So now we have arrays. We could set up an array of sports. So let sports1 string square brackets, and I give a list of sports, golf, cricket, tennis, swimming. And then I say let I equal 0, I is less than sports1.length, I plus plus, console.log, sports1 sub I. So again, we're simply indexing into the array, and we'll print out whatever string element it's there. So we'll print out those given sports that are defined in this array. And they also have the simplified for loop syntax. So here we have our array of strings, and now I can say for let temp sport of sports1. So notice the of, and then I do a console.log on temp sport. So that will give me the current array element. So not the index like the I or whatever, the actual element itself. So here we get the desired output, golf, cricket, tennis, swimming. So the simplified for loop that you've seen in other programming languages. And then we can also make use of conditionals in our for loops. So here the code from the previous slide, but I'm just adding in a new section here. So I'll say if temp sport equals cricket, then that's our conditional. Here I'll say console.log the temp sport plus my favorite. I love cricket. Else we simply print out the sport. And so when we run this one, we'll see golf, cricket, my favorite, and then tennis and swimming. All right, so let's look at growable arrays. So arrays in TypeScript are always growable, always dynamic. So here we set up this file, sports2, string square brackets, golf, cricket, tennis. And then I do a sports2.push on baseball. So here we're adding elements to the array, and then sports2.push football. And I can continue adding as many elements here as I'd like. The array will grow accordingly. And then I have a simple for loop here. I'll just go through and print out the contents of the array using the let temp sport of sports2. And then this will give me golf, cricket, tennis, baseball, and football. Alrighty, so some really good examples. Let's go ahead and move into our IDE and let's write some code.